What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be talking about something that I don't tend to cover. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about the YouTuber boxing, more specifically about Deji. And I would never normally touch the YouTube boxing thing with a 10-foot shitty pole. However, I'm going to be honest, this is one of maybe only a couple that I've ever really been interested in. And mainly that is because I am sick to death of Deji letting us down. Obviously, like I said, I don't really too much care about the YouTube boxing thing. However, I just feel like we're at the point now, as whether you're a Deji fan or just you're from the UK and you're just like, come on, KSI done his job with Logan. You know, obviously we had the KSI Joe Willow one, which was cool, but it's like Deji, he could have been the one to stop the Jake Paul thing, and then he lost to Vinny Hacker, I think is a TikTok star. I don't really know. I literally googled Vinny. I forgot Vinny Hacker's name. I literally googled him 2 minutes ago, and I mean, both times the cardio let us down. We could see, I mean, he'd come out fat, untrained, unbothered, exhausted, and thinking he was going to get this big, wilder Mike Tyson KO in the early rounds. It was just not happening. And clearly you can tell that his whole team before now have just been yes men, just agreeing with him at every single turn. It has been laughable. It's been pitiful. And like I said, I wouldn't normally get involved in this. You know, Jake Paul was doing his thing and he's generally doing well. KSI done his thing and clearly trained hard. But this time, I feel like Deji actually has a shot to win this. And I mean, Deji posted a video. I never watched his videos, but I thought, you know what? I'll check it out. I'll see what it's about. And obviously, you know, we always talk boxing and martial arts and combat sports on this channel. And I thought this is the one time I'm going to cover the YouTube boxing thing. I don't care if this like gets 16 million views. You will not catch me covering YouTube boxing all the time. It's not going to happen. I may cover whoever Jake Paul fights next, but other than that, not really. But this is just the one because I've never been a huge Deji fan. I've been a KSI fan. I like KSI a lot. But I'm sick of that motherfucker losing. However, this time, he's looking thinner. He's fighting Alex. Why do I want to say Worcestershire? Like a sauce. Wasabi. That's it. Wasabi. Alex Wasabi or something. I don't know his name. And I feel like if he loses this one, not only will his own brother disown him, the YouTube community as a whole will disown him, and the UK will disown him. This is going to be the worst thing to ever happen to his career, hands down. He knows that. He's 0-2 right now. He lost to Jake, who was losing that fight easily. He lost to Vinny Hacker, who was losing that fight easily. And, I mean, just to embarrass him. When he came out for that Hacker fight, I knew it was done. I knew his cardio was going to do him in. It was embarrassing. But if you guys have watched his new video, then you'll know that he's got this big trainer. You know, he said like 6'5" or whatever he is. His name is Calvin, I believe. And this man clearly doesn't give a fuck that he's Deji. He clearly doesn't give a fuck about the amount of subs. He doesn't care that he's, you know, somewhat famous. He is pushing this boy like to the death, to the brink. You know, you can tell Deji's exhausted. He's stopping on the treadmill, and this Calvin guy is going, no, fucking carry on. Like, don't be a bitch. Carry on, pushing him through it. And which is awesome, you know. It seems like he's got rid of the people who are just going to agree with him, the yes men, and he's got this guy that's pushing him to his body's limits and just saying, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And that is what that boy needs. That is what he needs. Now, of course, that is one video, and they said Deji hasn't publicised much. Now, of course, the only person that can get Deji out of bed and make him train is himself. You know, his coaches, his trainers can only do so much. They say that he's eating well, he's eating lean, he's eating clean. He's doing tons of strength and conditioning. He's doing tons of, sparring, tons of good work. And apparently his sparring partners are very impressed. His boxing's been very, improved incredibly. His cardio has improved. But at the end of the day, the only way we will see that is in the fight. And right now, for me, it's a coin flip. You're going to flip a coin. You're either going to see him come out thin, in shape. You know, you don't need to be ripped to be in shape. He'll either come in shape and he'll win, or he'll come out shockingly fat again and he will gas out in 4 rounds, and Wasabi will beat him in the most embarrassing loss of any YouTube boxer ever. But we can clearly see this Calvin guy, he's super strict. He's pushing the cardio department more than he's ever been pushed before. And like I said, guys, the real only reason I'm covering this is because I know that I've got some dudes that I'm good friends with, and that I know that don't really care for the YouTube boxing scene. I don't really care for it. But we've watched the Deji Jake Paul fight. That was disappointing. We watched the Deji Vinny Hacker fight. That was disappointing. Now, I don't really care for these events, but I have watched them. I don't cover them on YouTube. I don't really cover them anywhere. But this is just the one I had to cover because I just want to talk about it. Because I'm just hoping that for me, it's like if he comes out and he's unfit and his cardio is poor, like obviously yes, of course it's gonna be difficult because how people don't do this, unless you're a pro, this is not something you're gonna be used to. I know it from even my one fight, I was great in the first round, second round I was exhausted, third round because I trained well, I had a second wind. Boom, my coach knew that though. He trained me to be exhausted in that second round because he knew it would happen because of the adrenaline rush, and then bam, third round, boot myself up again and carry on. But Deji doesn't have that. You can tell he is just unfit in his last 2 fights, and I'm just hoping that he hasn't bullshitted his way like this video. I'm hoping this wasn't all bullshit, like a one time where he just paid these guys to just say whatever he wanted them to say and move on. I'm really hoping he's there and he's training hard, but only time will tell. But we'll have to see, I suppose. I doubt I'm gonna cover predictions. I don't give a shit about it like that. But I know that a lot of people are into the YouTube community, fighting, boxing, YouTube boxing, whatever you want to call it. And I just don't want this kid to lose again, man. Like, it just doesn't do justice for the UK, honestly. Like, KSI represented the UK something major when he beat Logan Paul. Gibb, he's obviously done well, representing the UK since his loss to Jake Paul. And Deji, man, he just lets us down again and again. And it's just infuriating. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. As always, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. And yeah, man, let's just see what happens, I suppose. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.